Morning everybody, Sue here, and it's publication day. This book is available to order now on Amazon at last. I've spent such a long time doing this one, but as you know, best things are worth waiting for, so here it is. And I'll be reading some of chapter 5 for you shortly, but seeing as it's World Book Day weekend, I just want to show you all my books I've done so far. So a little show you what I've done. This one was the first one. These were pocket novels back in 2016. That one came first. That's actually a set of stories all set in a village, and they hadn't done that before, so I broke the barrier with that one. And the same characters are in the village. It's like the village is the setting is the main part of the story, but that's a nice story. I like them all actually. Now that one is a follow-up to the first one, because people wondered what happened next. So this one, some of the characters are the same, and there's also some new characters in it, and that's quite a good one. That was a pocket novel as well. Nice picture on the front, isn't it? The lady did those two covers for me, but she doesn't do covers anymore, but quite pleased with them. It sort of just sums up what the story's about, like a little rural village. And then that one, the village expanded. There's a new estate being built, like there is everywhere. So that's Claire, the cleaning lady, who gets involved in a murder case. And then what came next? That one. That was set in a hat factory, because the town where we live, there used to be lots of hat factories. So I put it in the 70s, and this one didn't get it to a pocket novel because the editor said, because the factory was going to close down, it was a bit sad. But I thought, well, it's not sad because you find out what happens after the factory's closed down. But she didn't want that one, so it got published independently. And what she said was, though, she'll have the pocket novel if I alter it. So I altered it, and it became that one. So that was written set in the present day, and a completely different story, but I called the characters the same names because she liked the names and she liked the setting. She wanted it modern, so it was more of a hat shop than a hat factory. That's that one, that's 4. And then what came next was this one. I think I was aiming for a Mills and Boon with this one, or a pocket novel, whoever wanted it. And I did send it to Mills and Boon and Harlequin, and they said they just wanted the 2 characters. I think I had a few too many characters in it. But to me, just 2 characters going the whole story. You know, I prefer a story where things happen and other people get involved. So, and that was published. Let's see when that was published. That's the start of it. Look, romantic fiction. 2018, that one. And I remember at a conference, there was a romantic novelist conference in Leeds, and the pocket novel version of that was in everybody's bag. I'll just show you. I've got one handy on my bookcase. Hang on, just one sec. There we go. And here I got one. That was the pocket novel. That nice cover. That's the one on Amazon. That's the pocket novel one that everybody had in their bag at the conference, so that was nice. And there was lots all over the table that we could just help ourselves to. So I was like walking past the table, I just put 2 in my bag, and then, oh, is anybody looking? So I just put another couple in my bag. So I've got lots of that one. A bit naughty, but that's what you have to do indeed. And that one is also in large print for the library by Linford Romance. It's a large print book. So you see, your books can get published all different ways. I haven't got a hardback version at the moment, but I might have one. It's on Kindle as well. That's that one. That one is the modern, up-to-date one. That's that one. It's the same story, different version. And let's see, that's the pocket novel version. That one was published, let's see, what was that done? 2018 as well, so it was a good year for me that year. That's Off to Love. Nice cover, isn't it? That one is the same as that one. It's the pocket novel version. That's the one on Amazon. It's also on Kindle as well. And what have we here? That one is that one. See, because with the pocket novels, they go on the shelf and they're there for about 2 weeks, and then they take them off the shelf. So it's a shame that the story, if you miss that chance to get it, then you've missed out on the story. So what we do is, pocket novelists, we get it onto Kindle, or a lot have it. We have the large print versions, all the scruffed, which goes in the library, and we also have these on Amazon and Kindle, and this one is in our library as well. I took them to the library, so you can go along to the library and say, I'm a novelist, there's my books. And the most recent one was that one, Barbados Nights. That was a proof one, and that was the pocket novel. That was in 2023, I think. I had a bit of a break from the writing, so I was looking after Mum and Dad, because Mum went a bit poorly. But 2023, that one, and that one as well. That's set in Barbados. It's about Clementine Evans wants to be a singer on the pitch when Wales play rugby. So it's set in Cardiff and Barbados. She wants to be a singer, and she's singing in the club, and then this ex-Olympian Blaise Armstrong walks in, and he invites her to come to Barbados. And she has a think about it for about 5 minutes, and she decides to go, because she thinks it'll just be for a week or so, but she ends up staying for a longer. And it's like an action, exciting one, that is. But today's the day I want to tell you about this one, the latest one. Now, this is a longer story, because when I was at the conference when I went to, I was talking about this book with my then pocket novel editor, Maggie. So she said yes, she wanted that one for pocket novel, so I wrote that one, and that got published. And at the same time I saw a Saga editor, and I showed her that one, because I thought that would make a good Saga story, and it would carry on, because it's set in the 70s. Then what I had a plan of was do a follow-on to that, to tell you what happened to the characters, and then all the characters that kind of lost their jobs, you would have gone on to find out what happened to them. So I still haven't left that plan behind, but it's on the shelf at the moment. So I spoke to my preferred Saga editor, and she asked me to write yet again a Hat Factory story. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3 Hat Factory stories now. But she said set it in a war time. It doesn't matter which war, any war. Well, for me, my granddad fought in World War One. The only knowledge I have of World War Two is what the grandparents have told me, which is a lot. But I just seem to have, I think I know more about World War One than World War Two. So I'm sure somebody said that didn't happen, that didn't happen. But it's a work of fiction, and it's dedicated to my granddad, Tom Bentley, and also his daughter Lily, our mum. because she was looking forward to reading this book, but she didn't get a chance to read it. That's the back. I designed the cover myself using Canva. It was good fun. That's Molly and Isaac before he goes off to war. That's Isaac in his office. That's Molly looking behind her back because she gets into all sorts of situations while he's away because people hear, oh, Isaac's gone, Molly's on her own. So you can imagine. And this is available today, Kindle and paperback, and I've got my author copies on the way, so when they come I should be doing 2 giveaways of the book that hasn't got that stripe on. And in the box there's going to be some good things. There'll be a little book box for my public to celebrate my new book coming out, so if you want to be in a chance of having the book box you need to be a subscriber and leave a message for me. I have to put a message. So in the box there will be the book. What did I think you'd be having? Oh, the bookmarker. I make bookmarkers. Could be anything along the lines of that's one. Cats and dogs. It's a smaller one. Nice little bookmarkers, aren't they? So I think I told you before I just don't like throwing anything away, so if that can make a bookmarker. That's a bookmarker. And so in the box you'll have a bookmarker, you'll have a book, you'll have one of those with coffee in, not an empty one. Like I said, I like making junk journals now, but I call them magic journals. I'll show you mine in a minute. So you'll have a book, you'll have a bookmarker, you will have a little candle like this. All the things to enjoy your book with. So there'll be a book, there'll be a lavender candle. That's lovely, because they obviously used candles in World War One. So there'll be your book, bookmarker, a candle. You'll have a bracelet. I can't say which one because they're all different. There's coral, there's hematite, there's amethyst, rose quartz. I like my bracelets. I do sell the bracelets, but you'll have a bracelet that I put in for you. So you'll have some crystals, candle, book, bookmarker, a coffee, so you can have a coffee, and a wafer bar, nice chocolate wafer. So what's not to like? That's what'll be in the book box. So I'm going to do 2 of those giveaway. And also I'll be doing those on my website. The cost of those will be £12 if you want one of those. If you don't get I'm juggling the table there. If you get your book box, that'd be great. If you don't get your book box, got a blackbird on the tree watching me. Cleaning his wings. Yeah, it'd be £12 for the book box. That's including the postage, so that's quite a good bargain, I think. I'll be going for that. That's that. And I just want to show you my magic journal, I call it. There's the bookmarkers. I like this one. I just got some nice cardboard, stuck some nice stickers on like that, tied it up with ribbon, and I've stitched it as well with string, how they do. And then you see, I open it like this. There's all little bits, so I can just make notes, like where if I send something away, I make a note of it. I like make plans for this video today. I've done that. And then what it's made up of is, like for instance, when I was writing the Barbados story, I handwrite my stories first usually on one side. That's an order form for some skincare products, but then there's a blank side. You know, I don't like to waste a blank side, so there's a list of all my pocket novel members and all the people in my pocket novel group. Your names are all there on the list. And what else? Even important letters, if they've got blank pages on the other side, I put them in. And that's part of the Barbados story there. I've put in a twirl of white, he'd gone. That's Blaise Armstrong. Almost like a genie from a bottle. Did she imagine him? And was he real? His smile was wide and she felt more alive than she ever had been. It was only natural to burst into song. So she started singing. In no time at all a crowd gathered and applause filled the air. Further along the promenade, but way out of reach, she saw Blaise Armstrong watching her. She definitely didn't... Can't read my own writing. She definitely didn't imagine him. No, she definitely didn't imagine him. She was going to Barbados. Wow. Chapter 3, the match. But I want to concentrate today on this one. This is the new one. Set in 1915. I'm just going to read a little bit from chapter 5 for you. Chapter 4, chapter 5. I think if you look on Amazon, I'm going to put the link to my page at the bottom of this. You can read a sample, which goes on quite long. The sample goes on chapter 1, chapter 2, almost to chapter 3. So if I start with chapter 5, you do get a chance to read those other chapters. This is chapter 5 then. Looks like our boys are wearing their hats out on the front line with the size of this lot they've ordered. Molly turned to see who was speaking from behind the mountain of cloth being heaved from the storeroom towards the workshop. Bobby popped his head round the heap of fabric. Hey, wouldn't it be a lark if our boss ended up wearing one of his own hats? Bobby, blissfully unaware of his comment denting Molly's feelings, trotted off with his load, whistling away as if he'd lost a penny and found a sixpence. For your information, let me remind you, Bobby Reynolds, she shouted after him. It's me who's your boss, so less lip and more action, if you can manage that. Her mind was down in the dumps. She was in no mood for flippant remarks. The war was too serious for jesting, even from the young lads. It was ages since she'd had news from Isaac. Tonight was the night she'd go and see his parents. Yes, onto it now. And will you be getting your usual Nottingham delivery this week? Only I was wondering after last time. No, I've made new arrangements for Mr. Peacock. Molly lied. He didn't miss much. I'll be using the automobile from now on, so no need to worry about deliveries. She didn't wait to hear any more comments, and when the knock came on the door, she jumped a mile. Her nerves are all of a jangle at the thought of unwanted visitors coming through those double gates leading onto the yard. She quickly straightened her white blouse and smoothed her waistcoat down before she marched confidently to open the door. Francesca, you found us. Come on in. I'll get you a brew on. It's almost tea break anyway. Molly reached for the kettle and then she whispered, don't tell them lot in there. Any excuse to down tools. They're due a tea break in 10 minutes. I heard our Janie called round for your daughter. I hope she didn't make a nuisance of herself. Tell her to clear off and get home if she did. Molly was glad to see a friendly face. Waving off their loved ones at Walsall Station gave them a common bond. She couldn't remember feeling such a connection with someone who wasn't family. She wondered if Francesca felt the same. I think she probably did. But you'd have to read it to find out, which I hope you do. And if you do read it, I'd really appreciate if you left a review on Amazon, because the more reviews we get, the more encouragement we get to do another one. And I've got a little, in my mind, I've got a little target. If I get 10 reviews or more, then I'll be on to the next one. But for now, I'm writing another one of the Reddington kind. It's, oh, where is it? I'm back over this end of the world, but up and down because I started on it. I'll tell you more about that next time because I'm doing overload now. So I'm just going to look at my plan. I made a little plan in my magic journal about what I'd be talking to you about today. March the 7th, this is my plan. Book publish day. Yay! At last. It's been a long time coming this one. I've been working on it, leaving it, putting it to one side. But at last it's come out. So the Amazon link will be at the bottom, or you can go to my website. I'll update that and tell you about the book boxes. done my extract from chapter 5. Yeah, if you order direct from my website, it's £12, but you do get free gifts with your book, and obviously I'll sign the book for you with whatever name you want in the book. Now I'm going to pull a fairy card for a lady who asked for one last time. She came from Sal's Wilberry Crochet, I think. I'm sorry to hear your news about your bereavement, but I'm going to pull you a fairy card shortly. Amazon will be added. Author copies I've sent from my other copies are on the way. And on Amazon the book is $8.99. I think it is a big thick book. Let me tell you how many pages you got. It's goes up to about 260 pages, and then acknowledged at the back. I talk about my carry-on writing group, thanks to all my pocket novel buddies and budding writers. It's now called carry-on writing because I think my weekly is stopping doing pocket novels, but it's okay, we just move on to something else. So we write bigger books, or the same size books, and use a different publisher. Yeah, and I do make a note that a special Saga agent asked me to write this book. She said to me, do you read Meg Hutchinson books? Well, Meg Hutchinson has sadly passed away now, but I did love Meg's books. She said, write like Meg Hutchinson if you can, and that's what's needed, a world war, whatever, Meg kind of book. And I've read a lot of Meg's books. This is my Meg kind of book. That's why I've used the pen name, Lydia King. So Lydia is actually my great-grandma's name, just like King because it sounds good. And that's what I put at the back. I put the pocket novelist with 6 novels, picture of me, and all the books I've showed you today. So now, let's pick a card.
Finished?
No, I'm just picking a card now, yeah. Why did you want me?
No, I was just asking.
No, I'm just picking a fairy card for a lady who's come from Nanny Moon's Crochet. So let's get your card then. Right, lovely lady, and I hope the card helps you, which it will. So then if you see a little flash to your side, that's what it'll be.
Did you switch it on?
No, I haven't done anything. I'm just over here. I'm doing my video. So let's pick a card for you then. I will pick that one. That's your card. Oh, I've got that one. The Dark Lady. She came out last week, didn't she, as well? I'm going to find that one in the book now, tell you what that means. Dark Lady, number 20. She wants to be seen, doesn't she, this Dark Lady? That's twice in a row she's come out. There we go. The Dark Lady, look. That matches that one. Tell you what that one says. The Dark Lady is the High Priestess of Mysteries. She understands how to surrender the divine power. She has profound intuitive knowledge that is only to be found looking deeply into our own beings and natures. We find her through meditation, in sleep, and within inner peace and total despair. I'm writing this at the time of the dark moon, which is her time. She's the guardian of beings unborn and unconscious ideas, and seeds sprouting in the dark, cold earth, tender and fragile, as yet unready to face the bright sun and winds of spring. She holds the embryos of hopes we have not yet realised we have. So the Dark Lady is saying dark times as well as good times. But during the dark times, that's when the seeds grow, ideas, you'll be having ideas. And planting seeds as well is a good way. With your seeds, plant your dreams. And as you know, as the seeds come up, things will get better and ideas will come. We reach out to the realm of the Dark Lady through grief, through deep surrender, and through ritual. This card suggests that it's time to withdraw from the ordinary world, retreat and surrender to the source. This is a time of preparation for rebirth, of restoration and regeneration. So a new time's coming. But what is hidden is getting ready to be revealed. Celebrate the passage through the unknown, rich, fertile, hidden realms of the Dark Lady. So it's a natural cycle that you're going through. And it won't be dark forever. Brighter things will come. I hope that helps. And if anybody else wants a fairy card pulling from a pack next time, just let me know. I'm just going to pull one in general now for us as a YouTube channel card. Let's see what the fairies have to tell us, what message are they bringing. I do love these cards. Like I said, I'd use different cards all the time, but these are the cards of the moment. I'm going to go for that one. The fairy she's been kissed by the pixies. Oh. She's been kissed by the pixies. This looks a good one. 21 again, next to 20. The same cards keep coming, don't they? And so I know they're accurate because you can do them again and again. When the same ones come, it means that is the message. So 21. The fairy who was kissed by the pixies. There she is, look. There she is, the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. She's looking quite pleased with herself, isn't she? Looking like, I've been kissed by the pixies. Love given, love received. Metaphorical open heart surgery. That means open your heart to what's to come. Pixie kisses are not chocolate like the well-known Hershey's kisses, but the pixies claim that they are a whole lot sweeter and don't do anything dreadful to your teeth. That's good to know. The feeling of giving love is what makes us feel good, what keeps us from enjoying it fully in our desires to others to have them prove the importance. Such proof is impossible. Conditional, unconditional, self-limited love is part of how we learn about real love. Right, let's go to the page that says, when this card comes up in a reading, it says, what can I say here? Love, sweet love, accept it, burnish it up, add to it and pass it on. The presence of the fairy who was kissed by the pixies suggests giving and receiving love everywhere you go. So spread the love and feel yourself getting the love back. There we go. So now a cup of coffee now and celebrate Publication Day. So I hope you get to read the book, and if you want to put your name down, I'm doing 2 book boxes on the next YouTube. I'll pull 2 names out, or Alan will pull 2 names out, and you'll have a book box coming your way. And also you can order a book box off my website if you want to. I don't do PayPal anymore though because it's all changed, so just do bank transfer. You can order off Amazon, but with Amazon you won't have the signed copy and you won't have the book box for the extra bit that it is. Okay then, and hope you all have a good weekend doing whatever you do creatively, and I'm going to go and make some more bookmarkers now. I seem to like animals, don't I? Maybe animals are nice coloured ones. See you soon then. Bye for now. Happy weekend.